I'm talking about. Welcome back, Tim Allen.
Oh, man.
It's a pleasure to have you back. Thank you for being here. You look good, bud.
It's just great to be here. It seems like we've been 10 years.
It is, right? I wanted to ask you, by the way, I know you're good friends with Jay Leno, and he just got out of the hospital today.
Great. They said he's one of those heroes. Remember the Deadpool villain that couldn't feel pain?
Yeah.
He's that guy. I saw him. I called him. The day of the accident, our shops are close to each other. We play around with hot rods and stuff, and one of his mechanics called, said, Jay's in a bad accident. And I don't know, what do you do? He's going to the hospital. What am I going to do? All I can do is leave a message. He calls like back 5 minutes later. Hey, Tim, what's going on? Oh, sorry, Jay, I heard you were in a bad accident. Yeah, burned all over. 30-degree burns on my hands and my face, everything. I go, what are you doing right now? I'm holding the phone. It's really painful. And he's not on painkillers. He said, and I'm not on painkillers. Why not? Pain is there for a reason.
Oh, my God.
What do you say to that?
Oh, my God.
Okay, I think pain's there to tell you to take a painkiller.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is?
That's what pain's telling you, yeah.
And he went and saw him, and he's just an amazing human being. He just wanted to get out of the hospital, and it was one bit after another. We sat and talked for a lot.
That's hilarious.
I get interviewed, and they said he looks terrible. I said, well, he generally didn't look that good to begin with. You know, that's every comic said the same joke. But when you get on the press, you say that, people go, "Oh, that's terrible."
Yeah, no, Jay would love that.
Yeah, but he said he's going with the Clooney look, and he looks really good considering the graphs he's got. The picture today, it is amazing what they can do. The hospital did a great job.
We hope speedy recovery, Jay. We love you, bud. Yeah, it's good to hear you. Thank you for the update on him. It's probably good as he probably wants another comic to come in and do jokes.
Which is riffing. It was so stupid. He's all bandaged up. I go, are you? Yeah, not a painkiller. I kept looking. I go, could I use some? Because I'm in pain watching you.
You told me that you recently went on a safari.
Oh, yeah. Because of COVID, it was supposed to be, whenever that was, back in the 30s. Right? It seems like it was years ago.
Yeah.
And we went to Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Kenya, all through Eastern Africa. And the country's gigantic, number one.
Yeah.
And I've been to Egypt and Northern Africa, which is no relation to Southern Africa. I learned that. But mostly it's a huge zoo, but it's the opposite. You're in a cage, and there's animals running everywhere.
Yeah, you're living in a zoo.
You're sitting in this little vehicle, and I said, did they know we're here? Do they seem to care that you're there? So the best memory I have, you're driving up in one of these vehicles, and I look, the guy says, if you look to your left, there's a lion. And you look, and I couldn't see it because he was literally, I could have touched his nose. I went, oh, geez, oh, God. Wow. And the lion's there, and he goes, his brother's next to him. I go, I can see that. Are we supposed to be this close to it? He goes, they don't care about us.
Is that right?
They care about the buffalo they've killed on the other side of the road. You look over there, and there's a dead buffalo with his butt eaten out. Whatever lions, it's kind of a disgusting process. I guess they start ass first. I've never seen anything like it. Well, I don't know what they were doing, but they weren't eating it. We're going like this. I said, what are they looking at? He goes, well, you never want to be between a lion and their prey. And I'm going, so you wouldn't want to be kind of where we are.
Exactly where we are.
And the driver goes, oh, man, we should back up.
Hold on a second. Yeah. You're like, oh, my God.
Is this the first time you've done this, sir?
I want to mention, by the way, your stand-up tour. You're going to be in North Charleston, South Carolina, and on January 7th, you're in Boston.
Good one.
Thank you.
So
you can check all this out on timallen.com.
This is why we rehearse.
Yeah, North Charleston. Have you ever been there before?
I've been both of these places. This has been a year. Speaking of Leno goes out like 200 dates a year. I've been doing comedy for 30 years, the same opening act. My whole business got started on, my first act was Home Improvement. I sold that. I've done this, and we were talking backstage about this, about comedy has changed a little bit. Comics don't have unions. We're a burlesque union is really what it is. So people can steal your jokes. That's just what they do.
Yeah.
And we're all looking for a hook. So I'm doing this gig in Canada when I first started out, and NBC wanted to see me at the time because I was getting this hook with this grunting and all this tool stuff. And I'm following a guy named Chris Lyman. And you look out the kid, and his manager is introducing him buck naked with the ugliest male body parts I've ever seen in my life from the back. They're not that handsome on any angle, but on a stool, you're going, boy, if you can see the unit on a stool, you're going, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
The guy goes out buck naked, does his whole act, and ends. I don't know how he was holding it or where it was exactly, but he had a Roman candle sticking out of his rear end, and he's spinning around going, "There's no business like show business." And he's spinning around, and there's a Roman candle going in the audience, and the guy it goes, and it goes out. He goes back, and the guy says, "Thank you, Chris." And now comedian Tim Allen.
How do I follow that?
How do you follow a guy with a Roman candle in his rear end who comes backstage on his way back, covered up, go, excuse me. Like, all of a sudden, now you're modest after this.
Now you're professional,
The whole room is filled with half smoke, acrid smoke, with NBC exec. Everybody's out there going,
what the?
What did I just see?
Yeah, but yet you did it.
Yeah, I did the bit. Followed the bit, and my career, well, it took off. So
yeah, it actually did. Yeah, you did pretty well. Yeah. I want to talk about your new series, The Santa Clauses. You're getting back in the suit. Does the holiday, is it change for you now?
At this time of year, it's become kind of this iconic piece comeback, and the only reason I wanted to do it, I'm kind of a sci-fi freak, and I want to make sure all the holes in the script are. I never understood, even in the movie, why the elves, when I showed up at the North Pole, didn't go, "Hey, what happened to the other guy?"
Yeah,
you know, I just hop in the sleigh with the kid and we go off. Nobody ever asks, does Mrs. Claus know that the other guy's dead?
Yeah, they don't even, yeah.
Did the other guy die?
Yeah.
It's huge holes. Why does Mrs. Claus have a name? What's her first name? And so we came up with this script, the Clauses. I have a family now, and they end up doing all these, they fill up the holes in all this. I should interrupt this. My kid was in it. And my youngest kid, I wanted her to be in a elf as a surprise. She ended up reading the dialogue so well that the kid got the lead in it.
Yeah,
she's Santa's daughter.
She's gorgeous, by the way. I met her backstage, Elizabeth.
It was the most amazing occurrence. She'll even say it. No matter how mad I am.
Yeah.
I come on the set, big set they got there in Hollywood, and he's on the move. He's on the move. Santa's on the move. And I'm just mad and sweaty. I'm already mad. But you show up on set, you got adults, grips, camera people, sound. Everybody goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
Because you become this thing.
Jolly.
So I got to stop swearing.
But it's an interesting story about your daughter getting cast, because how old is she?
She was 13 the day she started. The girl in the movie, Sandra Claus, is 13. And again, it was one of these audition processes that I just wanted her to say, "Hi, Santa," as a Christmas gift as an elf. Just walk by.
And you thought it'd be something fun for you and your wife.
My wife and I. She's great in school. My daughter's real good in sports. We just didn't want her getting this.
Yeah.
She read it so well, drilled it.
She nailed it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I have a picture of you and your daughter here. It's so cute. And you were telling me you got real emotional.
Well, this is a real emotional scene, and this one comes out. The first two as they dropped, and now the series starts this week. And this scene, I'm trying to convince her I want to retire and go back to Chicago, where I started the whole thing. And she says, "I'm afraid." And I said, I get choked up. She goes, "I'm afraid. Are you afraid? Have you ever been afraid, Dad?" And I said, "Of course, but I would be less afraid if we could be afraid together." And I'm doing that with my kid, and I'm looking in her eyes, and I'm going, "Whoa, man, it was unbelievable."
Everyone was crying.
Oh, everybody was crying.
It's awesome. It's heartwarming, but it's also funny. I tell you who really is funny. Peyton Manning gets some good laughs. And Peyton, there's you and Peyton Manning. How is it like doing a scene with Peyton Manning?
Well, this is nuts. I'm a huge football fan.
Yeah.
Sorry about the Giants. Well, I'm from Detroit, so it was the weirdest football game ever.
Yeah, I know, but they're still having a good season. People are still happy.
I understand. I'm a Giants fan from way back. Anyway, Wyatt Tittle sent me a letter when I was a kid. He's a big Giants. Long story short. Anyhow, Peyton's on the show, but I'm dressed as Santa Claus. So he's doing the same look to me. He's going, "Oh, look at you." And I go, "No, man, I'm a fan, but I'm under 7 feet of makeup." And I was like a kid, because he's really good, and he's still, "Oh, look at you, I want a football." He's doing.
He never said I want a football.
He was so natural and so funny. He's so engaging, because the story is I'm auditioning new guys to be Santa, and he's got a good football record, and I thought maybe that would make a good Santa Claus. Drilled the scene.
I want to show a clip. Here's Tim Allen in The Santa Clauses. Take a look at this.
Okay. How about this? Give us your best ho, ho, ho.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Ho, ho, homaha, homaha. You see that? I called a little audible there.
He's odd? yet somehow perfect.
He's out, all right. I don't know if we have a head big enough for that head. Phew, look at the size of that thing.
What's gotten into you? We need to find someone quickly.
What's the rush?
Well, breaking in new Santas take time.
Breaking in a Santa. We're talking about Santas, not horses.
I know. Horses listen.
That's a good one.
You still here?
Yeah. Tim Allen, everyone. New episodes of The Santa Clauses are available every Wednesday on Disney+. Lacey Chabert joins us after the break. Stick around, everybody.
Hey, hey.